Fizzy Soda Pop Gods. Once on a street not far from your town, there lived two families, the Boones and the Browns. Their houses were nice and looked very alike, the Boones on the left and the Browns on the right. At the Boone house lived the Mr. and Mrs., two kids, and a cute little beagle named Biscuit. And every weekend they charged up their car motor and went to their church and prayed to Lord Soda. At the Brown house was a similar sight, the Mr. and Mrs. and two little tykes. They went about life quite the same as the other, except they had a kitten, a Persian named Butter. And when they got to church, same street, different block, they clapped and they sang and prayed to Lord Pop. The Boones thought Lord Soda was the truth and the life, that he made everything, the day and the night. A 6-pack in 6 days he made it all right, and burped on the 7th, and gazed with the sprites. And that if you believe with all of your might, he'll grant you a second, more magical life. So, when you have joy in your heart and your fortunes are stacking, give thanks to Lord Soda, 'cause he made it happen. And when you feel sad and teary and gray, who knows, he works in the fizziest, mysterious ways. Anyways, just drink the soda and praise. For those who say, hey, I don't think that's the truth, they'll be boiled in seltzer with monsters and spooks. Ghouls and goblins and demons and brutes for not having faith and waiting for proof. The Browns said the same thing, except for that whole name thing. Pop. While the Boone said Lord Soda was worth all the praise, the Browns said Lord Pop was the only true way. One day, all the kids played outside in the sun. They got along well and laughed and had fun. Then came the voice of Mrs. Boone at the gate, with cookies and soda, calling them in for a break. As they headed inside for a quick little snack, Mr. Brown saw it all through his window and snapped. How dare those Boones shame the great god of pop? Come quick, or they'll brainwash our innocent tots. They stormed to the house, stomping right through their florals. The nerve of those Boones! Our family has morals. They rushed in the kitchen and snatched up the cups. Our faith is in pop, and I've seen enough. Mrs. Boone shouted back, pointing her finger and saying, our soda is truth. Your pop is for pagans. Then that was it. They all went ballistic. The Browns on the Boones, even Butter on Biscuit. Things just got worse when the neighbors caught sight. Some Popite, some Sodite, all joined in the fight. Cursing and thumps over bruising and bumps, accusing their neighbors and feuding and such. All trust in gods, but no faith in each other, led the Boones and the Browns to hate one another. And now there was violence and anger and aches, and all over taste, a brawl over faith. The mess grew bigger than Lord Pop and Lord Soda. Then there's Lord Tonic, who lives on planet Cola. No one could prove one god true and one not. This did not help all the fussing to stop. They raged in the streets, all boosted on spirits, juiced up on carbs and high fructose corn syrup. But Soda Pop Lights didn't fight. They got on their knees and prayed for an end to these caffeine extremes. They prayed out for peace, but the hate didn't cease, and much of it sprung from their fizzy beliefs. As for the Boones and the Browns, their tribes had to break. Sodites settled the coast, while Popites took the lakes. And way up until now, it's still tasteful and sound not to ask for a pop in a pro-soda town, and the other way around. For people who drink and use reason and doubt, all this belching and burping is worth doing without. Being kind is what matters. That's where it's at. You don't need no fizzing religion for that. Believe in family and nature and music and peace. Help people in pain and those with the least. Don't do unto others if you don't want them to do it. I once read that rule from a dude named Confucius. No fantasy fussing. It's really quite odd to argue and fight over soda pop gods. Drink water.